everybody, this is Michael Levitis from jurisq.com. I'm here with Yakov Spektor, an immigration attorney, and we're continuing our sessions on immigration law. And of course, I call Yakov every time there's a new development in the immigration law arena, new laws, new regulations come out, and Yakov has been always so grateful in appearing and spending his time with us, educating the public. And Yakov called me actually recently and said that there's a new development that has to do with removal proceedings, deportation proceedings, where the tremendous backlog is being cleared. And there are a lot of new benefits for people who are subject to deportation, subject to removal. So Yakov, first of all, thank you again for coming on our podcast, on our show. So let's talk about that. What have you seen that's happening in the courts with removal proceedings, also known as deportation proceedings?
Okay. Well, Michael, actually, thank you for bringing this up. This is something that I've been encountering a lot lately. First of all, one thing to, for those of you who are watching, if you or any of your friends or any of your family, if you have, let's say, a letter telling you to come to immigration court, okay, you can't ignore it, okay, because if you will not show up, you'll have a deportation order, okay? Mm-hmm. And if you came through the border, like a lot of Ukrainians were coming through the border after the war recently, okay, you might actually, you would know about it, okay, because they'll tell you, hey, you know what, well, here's a letter, you have to report to immigration court, or we'll send you a new letter. You have to. Mm-hmm. And the government really meant it. And until very recently, the only thing that we could try and do is to try to save you from deportation, okay? But you had to appear in immigration court. Mm-hmm. So now, because the backlog in immigration court is so large, cases could take 2 or 3 years, sometimes longer. So the government is looking at these cases, and let's say you are a regular person who came through the border, has no criminal record, is a great guy or a great girl, and all of a sudden the government is trying to deport you, telling you to come to immigration court just because you basically, you want a better life for yourself. So now what they're doing, we could at least present that argument. We could tell the government, hey, government, look, this is a great person, no criminal record. Let's terminate his case. Let's just get you off this great person's back. Awesome. And great. The government's been saying yes. So we're able to get these cases out of court. Now, one thing to note, okay, if you have a case in immigration court, okay, you want to see if you might have a strong claim potentially for asylum. Let's say you're afraid to go back. Let's say you're from Russia or from Burma or from North Korea, right? And you might have a strong asylum claim. It might make sense for the judge to actually hear your asylum claim. Talk to me, maybe, I could suggest whether it's a good idea or not. But then if you win asylum, then you get your status, you get your green card. But if it's a weak case, let's say you came through the border, you are, you're just a regular person, maybe from Mexico or from, from Jamaica, and you might not have a strong asylum claim. You just came here for a better life. Maybe it makes sense to try to get your case out of court, to get the government off your back. Yes, it will not give you legal status, but it will save you from deportation.
Do you get any rights whatsoever? Do you get any paperwork?
Essentially, you just get to stay here, okay? But yes, it's very limited. It's not permanent status. Basically, you will be waiting for an amnesty, which do happen from time to time, or for something else to change. Maybe you get married to a U.S. citizen. Maybe, you have children here, and then your children grow up and apply for you. I mean, there's all kinds of things that happen with life because life happens, okay?
But the main thing is to get under from a deportation proceeding, basically.
Correct.
Because that's the worst thing that could happen to you, right? If you get deported, you're out of here. That is the worst possible thing.
You might be done, right? So if you have a letter telling you to come to immigration court, you know who you are, okay? Don't ignore it, okay? That might be something that we might be able to do something about, okay? We might be able to have your case dismissed.
So the lesson here is that if you get letters, or if you know yourself, you are under deportation or removal proceedings, you have to go to an attorney like Yakov Spektor, so Yakov can evaluate your case and see whether you can build a case to present to the government or the judge to cancel the deportation proceedings. So you can actually stay here and at least have some kind of a shot at getting a legal status.
Right. Essentially, it gets the government off your back now so that maybe you could change your status and get that green card later.
Perfect. Okay, very good. Yakov, thank you so much for this update on what's happening in the immigration courts. We appreciate it, and we're going to bring you more again and again on more sessions on immigration law. Please follow jurisq.com, our Facebook pages, our Instagram, YouTube, to get constant and updated free legal information. But of course, if you want specific advice, call the attorney, call Yakov Spektor. Number is on the bottom of the screen, and Yakov is going to schedule a consultation for you. Yakov, thank you so much for your time. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.
Thank you, Michael.